All right, let's do this. More videos tonight. These small caps. It's 5:05 Eastern Time, Friday, January 22nd. The market continues to make big moves in these small caps. On fire. Let's go over a few moves just real fast. EXPR has been moving after hours. Look at that, 120 to 240. I had this move called, I'm not sure if I did a video on this one. I might have. I said this moved up to 175. The low was getting higher. You can see right here. See this low? The $1 held. I said always watch for your 1320 EMA bounce. Then look at the late day bounce here. 75 million volume. Right to this line. You have a line now on this is 250. The 250 line. And you got to break that 250 line. We break that next week. You know, onward and upward to just go by line, 350. Tremendous move. All right, this was a big move, big pop. GameStop. Yeah, there's no words in this. This is just on fire. This one, 45 all the way up. It looks like maybe got halted. 75, pull back hard. Pure momentum. Take off. MKD. This was my home run trade. I had this. I put a little Instagram thumbnail for it's like Indiana Jones, the secret stocks, and this was one of them. This was a home run trade, a falling wedge. Falling wedge is the whole chart's a falling wedge until you get what happens with a falling wedge. It's a neutral, bullish only pattern, meaning 95% of the time this will explode up eventually, the bottom of the wedge, and it did today. And did it ever? 135 million in volume. Touched the 150 line, so we got to get back over that 150 line. And look at the move today. As soon as this starts with this big candle, that is a great sign. Low to high, remember, this is one of my favorite plays. You start out low in the chart, and then you work your way up instead of just going straight up. This is a grindy, just working its way up slowly, getting over 120. So, this goes right up here and starts to grind. There's your $1 level, that big level. Make a move, slight little pullback. And again, where people are like, oh, how do you know to hold the stock? Like, how do you know just not to get out here? This is what everyone's trying to work on, even, you're trying to be a better trader. All traders, you're trying to hold longer. You want a bigger move. You want to get as much of the move as you can. Now, when this came down here, what do you see in the 5-minute? Again, remember I said the 1320 EMA? Look where it bounced. 1320 here came through, but this is the key part. Move your time frame up if you're looking at a longer time frame. Once you're in, look at the longer time frame. Go to 10 and 15. The 10 is sort of the sweet middle spot. Look at this one. It doesn't even touch here. So let it touch. Let it prove it's going to come through. And look at the line. The whole reason, look at the line. The line's an up line. The 20 is an up line. It didn't curve like this. See this curve here? It's not even doing that. As the moving average, as the price moves up, see it's further away from the moving average. This is your moving averages these will come. There'll be a little bit of lagging indicator. So this is moving, this is going up very fast. So as you see this, and there it goes. And they're in a 10-minute too. This isn't a buy candle, either of these. That's a heavy, like shooting star. And on the 5-minute, you can even see that. See that wick? You don't see a wick like that there. So this was a great long trade. And even go to the 15. You see the 15-minute here. You have a little move here. Again, it's not even coming back. This touches the 13. So it is almost like if you're a scalper, 1 and 2 minutes, you get in and out. The longer that you hold these on a longer time frame, if you get in low, of course, depending where you get in, these are great long trades. That's what's working right now. And it's as simple as that. That's why I don't even use VWAP anymore. What's the point of even VWAP? I use my 13 once this crosses over or, looks like a cross, then I'm out. So that was an incredible move. I had that in my videos. Subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades. I'm all over these picks. I'm getting these picks before even people say them because they don't understand these small caps. Pola, another big move up. AZRX, look at that. Up. II, ADMP, CETX, JE. Oh, there it is too. Did I do a video on this? I'm going to do a video on this one. You have a gap above. I said this is very, it's ready to explode. You have a gap right here to 10, starting to come up. They're pumping everything right now. I could change this now because we came out of that. So it looks like right here, this line. Trying to see what line that is. It's looks like just above that 7 line. And then your lower line right down here. So back and forth channel. Remember I said back from the graveyard play coming down. And here we go. We're winding up and we will go to the top here. You can draw this line way down here. See it's a trend line. You can do it a cross way too. Sometimes I do it like this across, or you can do it as a trend line. So this is another one. There's so many trades right now. If you can't find a trade, well, at least long, it's insane. Just wait for your setup. You don't even have to trade pre-market at this point. A lot of people trade pre-market and early in the trade. That's all depending. It really depends on the stock. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it turns into a bad move because of lower volume. All right, so we went through some of them. There's too many to go over at this point. MTC just needs to get over that 245 level. OPTT, remember I called this. Look at this. Low, higher, higher, higher. The daily always tells the big story. When you're saying this, like, okay, well, low's getting higher. Then it breaks. Eventually it's going to break. YVR, JMIA. This thing's a beast. I had it down here and I'm like, I'm going to swing this. And I never did. Like, there's so many stocks you're going to miss or get wrong unless you're trading like 50, 60 stocks in a week or a day. I saw this. It's like it was a great setup. I didn't think it would do that. It's on completely on fire. PLTR, NVIV filling the gap. Like, what isn't filling the gap? Look at this. Again, back from the graveyard here. Smart money's into 50 cents. And the reason too, especially now, these stocks, when you get them low like this, they have a big chance of moving. They're just moving all of them. They're moving. I don't know why. The market's hot. People are just news or no news. It's incredible moves. See here, look at this. And then we wrap around, you're dead. Shut the ride. It's like Dawn of the Dead. You come out of the grave, the zombies, then we come back to life. And look at this. Incredible. All right. ELSE over at 6. Look at this. Has to get over that 6. Could fall back again. The low's getting higher. CCIV. This is another one. Incredible. Y10. I called this. Remember, I said this 14 shooting star. Said it could come down to here. If not, I made a break there. This is a good one. NCTY just had the big run up, falling back, and there again, hugging, right around your 20 EMA, lower volume. This looks like it wants to pop again. And there we go. All right, on to other video here. All right, here's Sol, SOL, 19 million float growth, short growth, 298%. They're looking to short this because it's running. 1.26 million market cap. Insiders and 60%, institutions 51%. Current debt 113 million. It's not bad. And what do they do? Basically, they're in the solar wafers and modules, solar power projects. It was founded March 17, 2006, headquartered in Putuo district of China. 1.89 million buys, no sells. Now, with Biden, Democrats in office, they're looking heavily on solar and, anything solar. What else is there? Wind, alternative energy is going to be huge. Let's look at Finviz. 2.25 million market cap, income minus 10 million, sales 83 million. No recent news. It's basically moving. It's pure momentum right now. It's on fire. So approximately has 100 solar power projects, United States and Europe. It's headquartered in Stamford, Connecticut. I thought it said China on trade ideas. But anyway, let's look at the chart. Here's another one. This formed January 31st, 2008. This thing popped to 140, which it wasn't. Remember to split. There's a split down here in 2017. Bounce back and forth. The low was getting pretty much holding. The highs getting lower. Look at you're seeing every stock now. End of November, December, January. Look at the volume on this on the monthly. It hasn't done close to that on the weekly. Yeah, see the big move here. Let's go to the daily. See if we can find some spots here. Well, this one line is, if it goes back to here, people, you're going to lose their shorts. They're going to lose their shorts literally because it's a long way to go back to. That's the one, that's the bottom line. And then let's find some other lines. Yeah, right here, that 5 line's pretty big. And then the 10 line. You can just go up in each line. So the 5 line, 10 line. December, this thing rode up right here. See this? See when you're like your 13s over your 20 now? That's all you need on a short term frame. When you see this, there's no sell here the whole way. There's no crossover. There's nothing. It's not even bouncing. Let it bounce and try to see if it's a pullback or dip buy. We're at 35 plus right now. On the monthly, you got to go way back. So it looks like 40, 40 line, 40, 50, 60, and then 70 or 60. 40 to 60 right now. This keeps going. Yeah, it's far away from its moving average at this point. So, yeah, any pullback, look for a dip buy to 1320 EMA. And there's no lines even be drawn here because it's just going line by line. It's got to at least pull back. It's just on a pure tear. So, pure momentum. If you caught this early and with solar, and if you read, Democrats going to win with Biden, anything like that, they're moving crazy. All right. I think I talked about this one before, HOFV. Hall of Fame Resort. Yeah, I talked about this one. So yeah, 127 million market cap, debt 108 million. Good insider, 61%. So it's Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment for professional football. It's partnership with Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. 42 million buys, sells 107,000. All right, so you need to look at the monthliness. You don't have to look at that. This was up 11 plus, went down. Big move November. Tried to hit that trend line, came back. And then now we're coming back low here. What's the low here in this? 125. So make it a 125 line now. See right here, that 125 line? Yeah, you have a gap right here to, well, actually, it's 250 because this is the next candle over. So, we came out of it, hovering this 150 again. Like I said, this is hovering here. Sort of filled most of the gap. It's got to get over 2 and then bust to 253. So look for that. And then your support is right here. You go each line, maybe 170. You don't want it to fall back to 125 on this. So another one, it's just hovering here. It looks like more moves ahead. All right, CNSP Pharmaceuticals, 13 million float, market cap 48 million, no debt, 42% held by insiders. Preclinical stage pharmaceutical company engages in development of anti-cancer drug candidates for the treatment of primary metastatic brain and central nervous system tumors. It's got a pipeline of berubicin and CNS12. It was founded by Vladimir Preve in July 2017, headquartered in Houston, Texas. All right. So let's take a look at this. minus 9 million income, no sales, 13 million float. No recent news. Brain central nervous systems, that's what it does. Phase 1 clinical for other drug. All right, on the monthly, this came about 2019. We're at like 4-ish, went to 5. Came down. It looks like we're holding this, 150, 60 line. It's oversold in the monthly. The weekly, let me get the monthly. You can see it here, back and forth. Now on the daily, trying to get a line here. So it basically looks like it's like 160-ish. See it touched here, July 1, 2, 3. We'll call it about 160. And it's got all kinds of lines up here. It's got this 450 line is very big. You can see it. See the touches? Bounce down, bounce down, bounce down. Move this one over. And, back and forth. See in March, a huge drop. Then we bounced right up. Then we're back and forth. It touched 1, 2, 3, about 4 times this 160 line. Now we have a little gap to fill. We're filling it pretty much right 2. Sort of looks like a wraparound. We'll see if this really explodes next week. It could be, they could push it up here. 250 line. So this is the ultimate big line, ultimate small line. In between, that's why there's all kinds of lines. But look for 225, 250 plus on this. And you want that 160 to hold. And as this is going up, you want to keep that 13 EMA maybe a little under it as your support. All right, so that's another one that's looking good potential. All right, last one, top ships, 39 million float, short growth 53%, 65 million market cap. No insiders, no institutions own this, a lot of debt, 278 million. Enterprise value, though, is 287 million. International owner of tanker vessels, focuses on transportation of crude oil, petroleum, and bulk liquid chemicals. Founded by Evangelos J. Pistalis, January 10th, 2000. Headquartered in Marussia, Greece. So it seems like Greece has a lot of bulk shipping. All right, minus 23 million income in Finviz, 68 million sales, 33 million float. No news in this. Nothing at all, really. Capacity of 714,000 deadweight tons. Tankers. It's got all kinds of tankers. Operates tanker vessels worldwide. Petroleum products, crude. All right. So this has had 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 6 splits. I don't think I've ever seen a stock with 6 splits. So you get a low weekly. This thing dropped 6.5 million. It was. No, it wasn't. Go to the daily. There's tons of I got lines here from before. See this one up to like 1300, came down, came down, came down. Huge gaps all over the place in this. But where we are now, let's look at the one line. The all important one line. See this one, and they have a gap. This one's pretty clean to look at, right above this 175 line. See this right here? Then it went back and forth. He touched almost 1, 2, 3. Looks like it wants to break over this 175 to 225 plus. It's looking like a channel bottom here. We'll see on this. So right here, and there you go. So this one line is huge. So here's your one line. Back and forth we go. See another round move, bottom up. That's what should be next. So look for this to break 175 and hold. And then you want to get, 225, 250. There's a two line. There's not much back here though. It's kind of messy, but yeah, look for anywhere 2 to 3. We'll see what this does. If this maybe something comes out, there's news or something. If not, see the low getting higher each time. On this, you don't want this to go too far below. Want this 145 to hold, maybe 135, or else you don't want it to sink back down. So another one, keep your eye on. It looks like a rounding move up on tops. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades on YouTube. Hit that like button. TradeIdeas.com referral. Twitter, MikeFrank007. Mike Frank II on TikTok. Instagram, MikeFrank98. Stock Twits, Mike Cayman Trades. That's it. Till the next video. Peace out.